What up, IG?
One more
Hi.
time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is what it is.
All right,
It
cool.
is what it is. What you got? You got something? I know you
We
got something.
tried.
We tried.
Um,
You got something?
I
What you got?
have what's up? I have realized.
What
Oh,
have you
it's
realized?
Corinne.
Oh, Rue in the house?
Yeah, she's here.
What's going on, Rue?
Um, wait, sorry. Okay, cool. I have realized I'm going
Go ahead. Do
through
your thing.
life
Do
and my
your
little
thing.
lessons and stuff
Mm-hmm.
that I really don't know as much as I thought I did
Really?
when I was younger.
Really?
Yeah, so I want to apologize because
What did you learn?
I was not that bright.
No, we all learning and evolving and constantly
Yeah,
growing.
but
So
there were
yeah,
some times where I was like,
everybody.
"You don't know," and
You thought I didn't know?
"How could you?" And it was just
You
like,
thought I didn't know?
yeah, because I've been there, done that.
Hmm.
So
I see.
yeah, so I just have really just been realizing that there's a lot that I don't know, and that's okay.
Right. So
Live and
with
learn.
with wisdom, sometimes it's knowing what not to do.
Mhm.
It's not always knowing what to do. And when you start, when they say like a master's program,
Mhm.
when you start mastering something, you'll learn what not to do instead of what to do. So you teach when you talk, and you learn when you listen. Sometimes you'll learn that you might need to listen some more. Sometimes,
Yeah.
yeah, that's everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How's everybody's day? Hope today was productive. Hi, Miss Kenate. Hello.
oh, wifey on. Hey, what's going on?
Hi.
Yeah, y'all, my Instagram has just been. Is that? Did it do it?
No. Mm-mm.
What's that?
It's just the
Oh, it just
screen.
stop.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. We're
Yeah,
not gonna worry about it.
we can't do it, y'all. It's a lot. It's a lot going on,
Yeah.
y'all. I'm telling you,
Time. I also know that time flies.
time flies.
Now that I'm getting older, faster.
Hmm.
Seems like yesterday that it was my birthday, and now it's almost my birthday again. It's like,
Hmm.
what happened? I was just getting my makeup done, rushing to my little event, and like it was literally seems like it was like within the last few weeks, and now I'm here again preparing for my birthday again. So yeah, time flies. That's really what
There you
have
go.
been my little
Hmm.
realizations that
That's your monologue.
yeah.
You done? That's. Oh, you got some more. I think you got some more.
Sorry. um it's a lot.
It is.
I'm
So
trying
like
to
the
put it
elephant,
into
to put one piece out of this one small bite. One small bite.
um the hmm that's a lot because it's I'm my mind is racing through a whole bunch right
Hmm.
now. It's going through a lot. So I can't, let me see. Let me slow my brain down. Let's see. If multiple people are telling you the same thing
Mm.
about one person,
Mm. Mm. Mm.
come on. So yeah, I'm gonna say it again because it's probably won't register. If multiple people are telling you the same thing about one person, please listen. Don't take it as a negative thing. They see something that you don't see. And then I've
Mm.
also learned that when you come out of situations and relationships, then you'll be like, oh, that's why that person said that. Oh, now I see it. It's kind of like when you're in the storm, you don't see how big it is and how much chaos that is causing. And then when you're stepping outside the storm, you're like, wow, that's a really big storm. That was a lot of chaos. And probably you probably do a monologue and then you might have
Yeah.
to let the people
So yeah,
let
y'all,
the good folks know.
we got some stuff going on at the studio, right? So when you share space with people, you sharing space. So that's what
Literally.
it is. So yeah. Like this, listen,
It was short
this
lived
is
though. That was crazy.
this is the stuff we wish that we could show y'all. Because if y'all could be on the other side of this
Yes,
camera,
wild.
it could get hilarious sometimes. And we
Wild.
holding it in. And if you knew it, you wouldn't be listening to us. You'd be laughing. But we're trying to be professionals. We're trying to do our thing. So I would say my monologue would be.
Yeah, you got a lot too.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So this is going to be specifically about time.
Okay.
It's a time for everything, but it takes wisdom to understand that. Sometimes somebody could do it in a week. The next person could do it in 2 weeks. One person could do it in 6 months. Another person could do it in a year. Another person can do it in 3 years. The next person can do it in 5 years. It might take you 20 years to prepare yourself and go through your process and get to your journey, go through your journey to get to your destination. So just because somebody else is doing it in a certain time frame, you got to let that be them,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to do you. It's taken me a long time, but you know where we are now.
Yes.
It's taken, let me see, you
20
28,
years.
28.
Took me
So
20 years.
the climb was before that. It started before you, so easy 30 years.
Oh, okay.
And so now
Well.
finally it's leveling out. Things
Mhm.
are in perspective, what it's supposed to be, the future set. We locked and loaded, we got it,
Uh-huh.
but it took 30 years. Okay. So
Cha-ching.
imagine the experiences and the wisdom and the knowledge and the highs and lows, the ups and downs, the failures, the setbacks,
Yep.
the learning process, the learning curve that you go through in 30 years. So if a person at 25 and 26 think they got it, I'm gonna tell you,
We don't.
you ain't got it. Because it's gonna be a long term process for most people. And some people do it overnight. And kudos to those people,
Yes.
but that's the exception to the rule.
That ain't
Yeah.
everybody.
No, hardly ever. All right, so I think what we could do you think we could continue? You because you ain't got
I don't know.
that's it. That's
I don't
it.
want to chance it because the way the night has been going.
All right, so what do you see
Okay.
coming up in your next 4 months? What's gonna be something that's, and you ain't got to go into detail, but what's gonna be a monumental change for you in 4 months?
I think clarity of peace. Actually living it every day. Like I live it every day and I speak it every day, but actually sitting in it and knowing that this is actually peace. And knowing that my peace doesn't match with somebody else's peace.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
it might look different for somebody else.
Right.
And to know that unfortunately I'm not going to be a regular 28-year-old. My life is going to look different, and I have to be okay with people not understanding that. Because I find myself a lot of times trying to articulate or help someone understand why I don't do the things that I do or why I do certain things that I do. So I think now it's going to be, excuse me actually being okay with how my life looks, and accepting the path that you have blazed for me instead of being like, well, I want to fill my own shoes and
Right.
that kind of
You
thing.
wanna
Yeah.
you wanna do your thing.
Yeah. So I think I will be at peace. I will. Okay. I think about this crazy. I was thinking about this on the right over here. I the major word is peace, and I will be at peace at understanding that this is generational uh, love, support, time,
Communal
effort.
thinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is like
the
200 years
Yeah.
of my ancestors' preparation.
Right.
And I need to be able to sit in that and go back to it and say, don't try to over express myself because not everyone is going to get where I am because they're not where I am. So that's the peace in that.
And you're not where they are. So it's not a good or a bad or high or a low.
Exactly.
It's just that it's gonna be different.
And if I tell you I love you, I love you. And I respect our different experiences. Like most times, when people have conversations, they want to be the only one talking. That's not how conversations work. Like you can't just sit there the whole time and just internalize what they're saying. it's a conversation. It's between two different people. And I'm not saying no conversation should be like that, but most conversations, it's like it's volume.
It's an exchange of thoughts.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying interrupt your partner, but respectfully, when you are talking to someone that you say that you love, you should be able to listen and then come back to your point, that kind of thing. So I think that's gonna be my biggest thing for me is actually accepting that I'm different. I know I am. It's like one of those things. It's like it's the Michael Jordan effect. He's not Michael Jordan at his address.
No,
He's daddy,
that's it.
husband, boyfriend, whatever, cousin, uncle. It's not
That dude.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not that
he ain't all that.
at his address.
No.
You know, like my dad says all the time. It's like, you know, people like call him for stuff, and I be like, I need a moment because I'm submerged in it. So it's like this is normal for me. So I think I'm just gonna be at peace with knowing that I'm different. I think that's something that I'm gonna do.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna get back into my art, so people gonna really see me in a different light.
Finally,
Yeah,
I won't be bothered.
I'm not gonna be like,
I
okay,
won't
so
be bothered.
I learned how to be a ninja or covert with business or Navy SEAL or
Right.
special ops. You're not gonna see what I'm doing, and I did it like that on purpose. But now that's created a problem for me. Okay, understand that it's created a problem. Okay, so when people can't see what you're doing, they make it up.
Your rights could be wrongs.
Yes, my right is right, could be my wrong is wrong. That's the video. We made that
It
one.
is.
So go to the Clipperdome Chronicles
It's tight as
and you
hell.
will see my right is right was my wrong is wrong. Yeah, so thank you. That's good.
You know, it's before our 200th episode. You know,
Right.
so you gotta
That's
scroll
right.
back
There
a
you
little.
go. A little bit. So when now people get to know who I am instead of trying to figure it out or see us here. Who I am as an artist. I was born that way. I'm a creative.
Yeah.
So I don't really get into the semantics of the superficial surface things. Did somebody say something? Yeah, I don't really get
Good
into
old
that.
Peppers just
Oh,
joined.
Peppers just joined us. Here we go. This dude, man. He
Ah,
know we start at 6.
He be locked and loaded.
And right, but he gonna come in like 10 minutes later and then he's gonna do his thing. That guy is amazing.
Ah,
Hey man, you know we love you, man. You know that.
hi, Miss Rita.
Oh, Miss Rita just tuned in?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So it's going to be the art piece.
Yes.
I'm gonna get back into that. Doing my art.
You'll
That's
have
who I
space.
am. Yeah, when you were a little younger, I took y'all to the studio and talk about that a little bit so they can kind of get a preview.
First of all, let me ask if Corinne is still here, because then
She can
we
say
can
something.
volley. Yeah,
Right.
Corinne, if you're still here, let me know. Pepper says my apologies, and he's laughing.
Okay.
Coco, if you're here, let me know. Let me know.
So
Let me know. Okay, probably not.
it'll
Okay.
get better if you, yeah. Like
Oh, so Corinne's here.
All right.
So we were 10 and 8.
Something like that.
Okay.
Let's go with that.
We weren't teenagers yet.
Let's go with that. Yeah.
And Daddy went back to school, and he had
Alabama A&M University. Bulldogs. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, probably not. Yeah. So he had this art class. I don't remember the teacher's name. And my dad they were doing something, and he was working on projects. And my sister and I, like, not really knowing that, like, this was like now that I think back on it, that was a real art studio. Like,
oh yeah, he was in a
it
real
was like
live.
yeah. the equipment,
We had
the
torches,
materials, all
table
like
saws,
we
band
kids.
saws.
We like, this is dirty.
Yeah.
We'll go outside. We'll find some old rusty stuff to play with, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So the teacher, Daddy's doing his thing, don't know what he was working on at some point.
Right.
And then he was like, you know what? I guess he was trying to find us something to do. He was trying to engage.
Because he knew y'all was there for a long time.
Yeah, we were there.
And I was in my dysfunction.
Hours.
Because I didn't know y'all was there for 5 hours.
Yeah, but it was, I mean, we were fed, we had what we needed. He was just in his own world. And he told us to make the best ashtray that he has ever seen. And so it's always been a thing. And it was crazy because my sister and I are like looking at each other like, wait a minute. We know the ashtray is flat bottom. You know, the regular glass ash, because like we had aunts and uncles that smoked, so you know our dad smoked cigars, so we know what an ashtray is. But when he like put emphasis on it, the best one I've ever seen, make it elaborate, blah blah blah, and we are literally in here trying to make the best ashtray that he's ever seen. So that was our little bit. So that was a little. We got a little piece of Daddy's world, because then we had to present it to the teacher and like tell him, you know, like little things about it. Why do we put this
But
here?
so
Like
let me ask you this. So we're gonna ask Rand this too.
Yeah.
So all y'all saw me do was work. So I took off and I wasn't working, and I went back to school full time and I didn't work.
Right.
We had the businesses still running doing that.
Yeah.
So what was the difference? Did you feel a difference in Daddy from working to then?
Of course.
What was it?
I can't speak for Korean. Now that I like my thoughts, I know what I was thinking. Excuse me.
Oh no,
There's
you gotta
no
be
way.
kidding me.
There's no way, people.
That never happened, y'all. Just hold on a minute. Just let it do it. I don't know. That never happens. We just gotta. This is what it is, y'all.
This is preparing me for motherhood, because the look on my face, I'm really just like.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
There's
Just
no
that I don't
way.
even know how that happened, then, y'all. Okay. Crazy. Okay, go ahead.
No, today I don't know. Today has been surreal. Not gonna lie to you. The past hour and 30 minutes, surreal.
Listen, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Let's just go ahead and wrap it up.
Probably knows complaint.
That's no, it can't be. No, it can't be us.
Oh, well, we'll wrap it up after Corinne.
So listen. Oh, Corinne got something.
Yeah, she said, "Now we know I'm not the daughter for memory. Ha ha ha. I don't remember a huge difference." Oh, and you. Oh yeah. I mean, but you were like, yeah. She said she said,
was 6.
No, to your question.
Mhm.
She said she doesn't see a huge difference.
But she couldn't really tell.
Right, that's what she was saying.
Yeah. Okay, well, I got you.
I would say you were more in the moment. Yes, you were there.
Oh yeah.
You were present, but you were more in the moment then. Because now that I have the information that I have as a kid, I didn't know, you was working 20 hours.
6 days a week.
Yeah. So, as soon as you came home, you was right back out the door.
Yeah. Go to sleep.
Because, we have videos and pictures. So as kids, we're like, oh, Dad was always around. And then you were like, yeah, I was. But, when I wasn't not working, I was working, because you were still throwing stuff for the family and still getting stuff for the family, and, making sure that, everybody had what they need, the liquor, the juice, the dietary supplements, stuff like that, so
a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so like when you weren't working, you were working. So that's what I saw.
Okay.
More of a in the moment father. Not saying it is good or bad. You were there, but your mind was, let's just say it was.
I wasn't focused on that other stuff.
Right.
It didn't matter.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, Peppers. Here we go. All right. After this, we done, because the way our night's going.
He's gonna keep doing it.
Pepper said, "What did your father do in your life that has made you happy and set the standard for your future husband?"
Go ahead with that. All right, Pep.
It's unfortunate that my dating life does not reflect how my father has raised me. So let's start there. Got to give him credit for being patient, because my dating life has not reflected how I was raised or how he treats me. So let's just say that. The standard. There's this audio on social media that's going around. It's saying, it's a comedian talking about how his wife is a daddy's girl. Oh, you can't do it. Oh, my daddy can do it. Oh, you can't do that. Oh, my daddy can do that.
Oh, yeah, don't do that.
Oh, you don't do that. Well, my daddy can do that. I'm not saying that, but Corinne said, "Who sent him?" LOL, good question. Peppers is always around.
Peppers, we don't like Peppers. We don't like him.
So
I'm telling you now.
Let me see. What did he do in my life? Oh wow. Good question. Okay. Y'all, this is. I want to say this is probably one of the most bizarre episodes we've had.
But they don't know what we saying.
Okay, so what has he done to set the standard?
To prepare you for
yes.
your
Well, no,
husband.
no, wait, no,
Okay.
no, no. He said this to set the standard for my husband.
Right, to prepare you for your husband. Same thing.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
The daddy daughter dates are important.
Mhm.
The constant communication. The constant involvement, no matter what is going on behind the scenes.
Mm.
Um, the male presence that my sister and I have had in our life, like throughout our lives, like whether it be uncles, adoptive uncles, close friends, that's super
Mhm.
important.
Yeah.
Let me see. There's
I
maybe
put women in your life.
yes,
Adoptive aunties,
yes,
adoptive cousins,
yes,
people who can give you that wisdom and knowledge. Because
yeah,
to cover the voids I couldn't see.
yeah. The show, I would say, I'm gonna use the word showcase. The showcase of discipline. You're very disciplined. It's kind of scary sometimes.
Mm.
The importance of family
Oh yeah.
and the importance of knowing your place in family and your husband's family. That's a big one.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
knowing, like when you
Yeah.
first meet your dude,
Yeah.
like initially,
Grandmother,
most
aunties,
social functions you need to
moms,
be
the
quiet.
sister.
You need to be
Yeah.
quiet, but you also need to be in the kitchen. Now, hanging
Make
around
sure.
a whole bunch of uncles and cousins, no, don't do it. You're gonna be labeled. I'm gonna just save you some time.
If the elders in the kitchen, you go ask, can you help? You don't sit there and
Yes.
watch them do that because they watching what you do and how you respond.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I say initially, like in the
Yes.
beginning, most times they just need to sit there because
Oh, right.
they're gonna be like, "Who that
Oh,
girl in
yeah.
my kitchen
There you go.
trying to?"
Yeah, yeah. Well, at least
I'm
yeah.
gonna say the first 2 times, say something very small. Is there anything I can do?
Yeah.
And then if they
Let
look
it
at
go.
you and laugh, just don't say that. Don't bring it up.
Right.
Okay.
Let it go.
Take a sip, whatever. Just sit
Let it
there.
go.
But then after they know you, you'll know. Like you'll feel it. You know, feminine energy, you'll feel comfortable doing it. Or they will invite you. You know. I will say that those are
So I would say
those are for
you
me.
learned
Those
accountability. That prepares you for your husband.
unfortunately.
You learned about communication. That prepares you for your husband. You know what a man
Hold on,
is.
let me smile in case my husband's
Okay.
watching.
You know what a man is.
Yeah.
That prepares you for your husband. You understand roles
Right.
in their proper
We're
context.
saying the same thing.
I know it. I'm just now because
Yes.
he asked.
He's in depth.
So yes. So because he's asking the
This
question.
show will go on
So I'm just saying
for hours.
because you said these things.
Yes.
But I'm using these words so he can understand more specifically. You understand finances? Yeah. See, that's important to a man. He needs to know that you understand finances, right? He needs to know that you understand harmony and balance on top of discipline, integrity, right?
The
Yeah, you learn all of
trauma.
that. So Peppers, that's what she learned. All of that stuff was taught in the house. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Cheers to my trauma because most of these conversations
we have them a lot.
were early in the morning.
Yeah.
When he knew my brain wasn't
6,
on.
7, 8 in the morning, but because you was out
Yes.
sometimes,
Yes.
and then you came in, and I had these conversations because the real world don't stop because you're not prepared for it. It continues. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, that's it, because the show
Yeah,
was longer.
we
y'all, it's a
we
lot
literally
going on,
thought
right?
it was. We said short and sweet.
It was a lot today.
We've pushed past our time that
we
we
want to thank
agreed
everybody
on.
for tuning in, though.
Yeah,
and
for
Peppers,
sure.
you always, man, you got to stop. You know what?
Locked and
The
loaded.
next time I see you, man, we falling out. I'm just telling you right now. We're going to fall out because, man, we could do this thing, and you know it, man. Who is that? Somebody said something?
Best friend Keith.
Okay. All right, y'all. We want y'all to take this. We want you to test this. We want you to try this. Take it to the barbershop or take it to the hair salon. Take it to the job or take it to the church. Remember, you don't have to like it, believe it, or understand it. Sometimes you just have to respect it. This is the Clipper Dome Chronicles. Thank you.